Tantalum Corporation, to me, is just a fascinating example of what is being built in this new economy, in the fourth industrial revolution here. It's actually using all kinds of technologies that have been developed over the past even decades, and you're bringing them all together to create new value. Give us, that 30-second overview of what Tantalum Corporation is all about.
Sure. Our mission is to transform your experience in the car. We believe today it's very analog, quite boring. You're completely disconnected from the outside world for the most part. And we want to make it significantly more digital, bring services, monetization. Ultimately, your experience in the car is going to be very much like your experience outside of the car. You're super connected. You have access to information. You have access to convenience features, time-saving features, infotainment. It's all in there.
That's fascinating, and I imagine as cars become more autonomous in their driving, there will be opportunities for us to consume more services without having to drive.
Precisely. I mean, if you think about it today, of course, you're still driving actively. Mm-hmm. As cars become more autonomous, more connected, we're going to give people probably the most valuable thing that they need, which is time. And as you have time in your hands, you're going to be able to do a lot more things with that time when the car is taking care of a lot of the basics for you.
So let's talk about what this whole environment looks like and what are all the different components of it. So I imagine to start out with, you need sensors. So you have sensors on the vehicles, so you know as much information as you can about the vehicles and probably also on the individuals in the cars, so you can provide as much service as possible. So if I'm envisioning this right, there needs to be all kinds of sensors. Talk to me about what sensors are available today.
So if you think about it, I think it's a great point, because we'll need to look at what has enabled the transformation happening in the car. If you look back maybe 5-10 years ago, a lot of the car companies were able to collect probably 10, 15, 50 points of data within the car. With the advance in sensor technology, the cost going down, the connectivity becoming easier, with IoT standard becoming a lot more standard, and then networks developing, and they're becoming actually data-centric networks, which used to be more voice-centric networks. So the whole technology infrastructure is becoming significantly easier for you to be able to put more sensors, collect data easily, store data, and then transmit that data. If I were to make a comparison, I think the expectation is in the next couple of years, each car is going to be sending almost 25 gigabits of data every day to the cloud.
25 gigabytes.
So you're talking about massive amount of data being transmitted from the car compared to a completely disconnected vehicle maybe just 5 years ago.
5G, and as Ozgur has touched on already, is effectively going to be the enabler for the connected car. The vehicle manufacturers are consolidating the ECUs in the vehicles, they're adding sensors, they're changing the CAN bus, the control area network in the vehicle itself, to be able to handle the amount of data that they can collect and get off the vehicle. So as these technologies are evolving, connected cars have been around for 10 years, 15 years. BMW, Volvo, they've all had these technologies available for a number of years. But now we're really getting onto the verge of this next generation of connected vehicles. And It's a very exciting time to be in the industry.
Well, Ozgur, Tony, this is a fascinating conversation. It's a glimpse into the future for many of us. It's reality today for you guys. The services are here. But to many of us on the outside, this is a glimpse into the future. Thank you so much for sharing today.